Hello friends, welcome to another New World stream. This morning, just a couple of hours, just for something to do. What am I? Level 39, been plodding along. I thought I'd start the video just by giving you a few impressions of New World Aeternum. It's basically a new world, essentially, as I kind of indicated in my previous video. There's absolutely hardly anything, basically, as someone who's put over 900 hours into New World, most of them running around gathering. This game is exactly the same as it was, really. There are some, there are some quality of life upgrades or changes, whether you think they're upgrades or not, I'm not sure, but don't believe the what would you call it? What's it been called recently? The toxic positivity that you might see in some areas. That's not. I mean, I enjoy the game. It's a good game for what it is, but this revamp is essentially the same game. So don't get too carried away with anything that you've read. I mean, what I enjoy, the thing is you can literally set your watch by New World with regards to what you're going to get out of it. My general play with New World is I play the game for a period of time. I really enjoy going through the leveling and the gathering and the exploring and the crafting process, building my character up, and then when you get to end game, I do some end game stuff, but there's not a lot of end game stuff to do. So then eventually I stop playing, and then maybe I'll come back again at some point and level up a new character. And I've leveled up quite a few characters. That's kind of how much I enjoy that process. I don't really go for any of the story stuff anymore, in the sense that I listen to the stuff. I just find this game, obviously it's Amazon, and when you look at some of the developers, you know what you're going to get from a story point of view and a representation point of view. This game is a massive box ticking exercise, so I ignore all that stuff essentially, and just concentrate on the parts of the game that I like, which is probably as I said, the exploring, the gathering, the crafting. It's actually quite an immersive game as well when you're running around. Like, the world is very good. If it wasn't for the fact that it's Amazon doing it, I would really be.
Another fox finds the den.
I'd really be looking
I
forward.
expect to see your name on many papers.
Oh, shut up!
Care to bolster that
I would really be
reputation
looking
of you some more?
forward.
I
I'd
also
really
have equipment
shut
available,
up.
should you find the need.
I'd really be looking forward to their Lord of the Rings game, but unfortunately, I'm not. I've just gained a new level. What I like about the game, leveling up, is there's so many different things to do. Like, to a point where you can have this long list of stuff, which is what I've got. So what I've just done is I just increased my level for my faction. So then you got some faction rewards you can buy. I'm trying to. I was looking at these to see what weapons I was currently using. I'm using a rapier. How much is that? I'll probably upgrade the rapier because that's kind of. I don't want to spend too much gold. That's what I'm using the most. I was going to level up the blunderbuss a bit, but maybe I'll leave that for now. You can level up all if you want to. You can level. I mean, I've got a couple of characters that have got all the weapons maxed. So at some point, I might get a staff as well, actually, because I'm staffing it up as well, just to help DPS really. So I'll change those two. I'll change those two out. I don't think I'm going to. I'm Syndicate 1. Syndicate 1. Okay, I think I'm going to get rid of. No, I'll keep them. I'm a hoarder in real life, as badly as I am in games as well. Like, I was just farming. You can do, like, the game's got some old schooly type things as well. As like, I found this boss type character and I noticed it was dropping some quite good items, named items. So I farmed it for a bit and got lots of different items. Then it kind of started dropping them, so I'm not sure if if it all, But I've now got all these items that it dropped, because they're named. Like, my brain says I can't possibly just destroy them. But I probably should do, because I think I get bits and pieces for destroying them. But I'm going to hoard them for now. It doesn't matter at this level. I mean, later on in, you're opening so many chests and getting so many items that you'll just destroy because they're just not for you. Unless they're like a BOS slot or some BIS or something, then it's just not worth the bother. But what I do have is like a where are they? I think it's around this corner. What I do have is a storage, one of the storage sheds I use just for items that I've, like named items that I've accumulated, and I just keep them all in there really. Which one was it? I think it was Monarch's Bluffer I'm keeping. All this stuff is just named stuff I've got from quests and things. So I'll chuck them all in there for now, and then we'll go by gear score, and then I'm not sure if I'm going to keep. I'm not sure if I'm going to upgrade some of these weapons. I'm not sure if I'm going to. Sorry. I'm not sure if I'm going to level up any of these weapons at the moment, but I'll keep them with me just in case. I'll keep a fire staff as well, maybe. I think these are all just stuff for scrap. Yeah, scrap. Okay. And what we're going to do is, I think Everfall's got lots of my crafting stuff. So let's chuck all that in there for now. I just want to be as light as I can. I think that's probably about it for now. Yeah, so how I'm playing is kind of like a solo self-found kind of thing, I guess. I will do some dungeons with pickup groups probably, but from a leveling point of view, I think I'm going to get rid of that shield. I quite like it from a aesthetic point of view, but it's weight that I'm probably not. I don't think I'm going to worry about it too much at the moment. I don't have anything stored here at the moment. I could just chuck those in for now, I suppose. Let's get rid of that shield as well. Just extra weight. Okay. So I've got a whole list of things I want to do as a solo self-found player. I think what I'm going to do first is we're going to go and see if we can... We're going to go to Weaver's Fen. I'm going to go back to Weaver's Fen. Because I'm going to try and grind my mining up to 150. So once that's done, that's kind of done then, because at 150 you can mine orichalcum. So once I start coming across orichalcum, then that is it. I need to remember, I'm not sure if these things are the same anymore. But we'll go and check it out. There used to be an orichalcum. There used to be a star metal run around here, but it was quite popular, so you know. It's funny because also the game is kind of feels surprisingly busy to the last time I played, but the last time I played, like, no one was playing. But it doesn't really feel very busy considering the game's kind of just been released again. I can't remember what it was. I think there was some. I think there used to be a. Is it here or am I in the wrong place? Maybe it's not Weaver's Fen. Is it Reekwater? No, Reekwater was... I used to farm Reekwater for gathering. I'm sure there used to be like a star metal trail that ran along the bridge bit there. Maybe I'm thinking of a different place, maybe. I'm not sure this is the right one. We'll go and have a look, see if I can find some star metal. Yeah, but the game, like when you're leveling up, the game is kind of like a, particularly now, I think. Oh, hello. Particularly now, they've finally called it an ARPG, which is kind of what it was before, really. Like if you like an open world, atmospheric, immersive role playing experience for, I guess, like 50 to 100 hours, like depending on how much time you want to put into it. But it's got kind of like MMO trappings. Then yeah, you might like this for however long takes you to get to end game. It's like I'd love like a single player RPG. A very well. I mean, this is basically a fantasy equivalent of Cyberpunk, but much worse writing. Although Cyberpunk is probably going to go that way. Looking at what's happening to CG Project Red. But yeah, it's kind of like, I'm sure there's a... I'm not sure I'm in the wrong place. I'm sure there was an Orichalcum run somewhere where you could run along and gather and then just... and then kind of end up back where you were. I think I'm not sure. I don't think it's here. And I'm finding a little bit of experience. I'm picking up notes, which I always say to myself, I'll read those later, but never. Ah, here we go. I think it's here, but yeah, it starts here. But potentially someone is... Yeah. Oh no, some up there. Look. Yeah, I knew it was around here somewhere. Yeah, so Star Metal should take us to 150 easily. What I want to make sure is that someone else is not already camping this. And then if I make sure that someone's already camping it, then I can probably use... I think there might be a count-wide, like just some XP acceleration for gathering skills or whatever. Just to get there a bit quicker. I was going to save it for logging, because logging, or forestry or whatever it's called, because that seems to take quite a long time to get to 100. Yes, a new world, same as it ever was. I always get a good 50 to 100 hours out of it whenever I go back and play around. But it is quite limited in end game. One of the things that I cannot believe still in an MMO is that the game does not allow you to go into... I'm not sure if I'm taking the right route here. The game does not allow you to go into dungeons on your own. Absolutely ridiculous. I couldn't fathom out why that was when the game first came out, and like now I just can't get my head around it. It seems like absolutely just a daft idea. I'm trying to remember my route. There's like a route you follow along the bridge here. Yeah, so earlier on, like there was some faction quests where you had to go into a dungeon, and I couldn't do them because there was no group. There was no one. There's not enough players. There's no one looking for group to do that dungeon. I joined lists, lines, whatever it was. There was just no one. Stupid. So I couldn't do it. And the faction quests, those were the only ones that were available. So I had to wait for new ones, and then the new ones came up, and they were still for a dungeon. So I got stuck. But I do find it absolutely ridiculous that the game doesn't allow you to go into a dungeon unless you're with people. It's just stupid. I just want to be able to go in when I want, if I need to. Yeah, I might not be able to do it. I might die because dungeons are harder. But like not having the option, it just feels like a load of nonsense, really. But there you go. So I think this looks like a pretty clear run. There's some more around here. It doesn't look as though there's anyone else farming it, so... what's all this? Unlocked items? I don't know what that is. Where's my... Okay, I'm not sure where they are. There's like these things. There's like a little menu you get that shows you some little unlockable things you've got to use. Oh, augments. Gathering. Oh, I haven't got any. I've got a weapon one. Oh well. Oh, I'm not buying one. So we'll just hit things. It's a super looking world. Like so immersive, really well designed. I like the art style as well. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the game, I guess, like how we go with regards to like all the influx of new console players, kind of, you know, do what many of the PC players do, and that's kind of play it for a bit, and then, you know, it's not really a long-term MMO outside of like the hardcore. Yeah, so around the world you get these clumps of the gatherable items, and you can kind of work out a little route for yourself to level up something. This is kind of going slower than I thought, so I might do this for a little bit. It's not really fun streaming. I might actually go and start doing the main quest again. That might be the thing to do. It's funny playing it. There's like a lot of little... There's quite a few little quality of life things that are quite good, but I can't, as I said in the previous video, I can't for the life of me fathom out why people are saying it's such an amazing game now. It's so different. I mean, as I said, I really like the game, but it really hasn't... If you didn't like it before, there's nothing's changed that's going to make you suddenly enjoy it. It's got mounts. I've got a mount. The mounts are a bit weird, though, actually. It's almost like the world and the way it was designed wasn't really set up for mounts. Like when you're running on the road with a mount, you do move quicker. Off-road, I'm not sure. The other thing as well with a mount is that because the game is aimed at running around gathering and opening things, like every time you want to do that, you have to get off your horse. So it almost feels like they said, oh, well, we'll give people mounts, just because that's what people like. But it doesn't really fit into the gameplay loop particularly well, unless you're someone who's not. I mean, I'm a compulsive gatherer, so if that's not you, then maybe the mount's fine. But for me, I kind of get a bit fed up with keep getting on and off the horse. You could buy some other cool mounts as well and whatnot. I thought I had some mounts unlocked from doing things, but I don't seem to. Oh, lots of nice little rares there. That really gets me going when I see greens and purples and things from a node. There's some character. I need to progress the main story, but there's some character stuff that I need to do. So I want to get all my gathering to 150 at some point. I want to get to I need to increase my alchemy skills so I can make my own high level potions. I need to raise food so I can make my own high level food. I've started doing that anyway, but I need to focus on that. To increase my alchemy skill, whatever it's called, I need to farm a particular herby thing to make this concoction out of. It used to be the fastest way of leveling. I'm not sure if it still is, but I think the main quest is leading me up to the north bit where you got snow and stuff. I might go and do that. I do love a snowy biome. So I think farming that to 150 is probably going to take a while, and I don't think it's conducive for a particularly good stream. So we will head off to the next part of the quest. What's 3? Let's go there first. I'll show you the horse, I guess. Let's go. Let's have a run that way. Oh no! So I just saw a gatherable there. I had to. Yeah, just ignore it. Otherwise, just keep getting off the horse, and I keep running past turkeys as well. I need to get. I like killing turkeys for the meat. Ursus hortus. I wonder what that means. It means bear something, I guess, doesn't it? I'm not sure what hortus is. Ursus hortus. It sounds. Is that Greek or Roman or Latin? I should say. I'm not sure. You get like a riding skill as well, but I think it only goes up when you craft stuff. You can craft some riding stuff. I haven't really done that. There's some riding quests as well. There's some lovely. Is that lovely orichalcum there? Ooh, that's what I want 150 for. To be honest though, I'm not even sure if orichalcum is the top level stuff still. I don't think they've upgraded increased the gathering skills. I think it's still 200 is max. Let's go. Let's take a shortcut through here. Yeah, your horse has some, some things you can put on to make it sprint for longer or whatever, that kind of thing. It's not particularly well fleshed out. It's just pretty basic. Horse riding animations are pretty decent though, I think. I think they're pretty good. Now there are certain things I have to stop together because my compulsion and drives me to it. But well, that's a lovely shot. Nice lighting. Volumetrics are lovely in this game. What is that up there? Oh, I've been there. Riverside Keep. Fair enough. I wonder if I should climb over that rock. Climb over this cliff. Just for ease of it might shorten the run a bit. I don't think my horse will get up any further though, probably. Oh, he might do. Go on, fella. Go on, fella. Up you go. Oh, nice one. Well done. It's like one of those goats that cling to the side of the mountain. It is honestly one of the best things about the game. It's so nice just running around the world looking at stuff. No matter how many times you do it, it always feels like I think the horse is a little bit better over ground where you're not on roads, a little bit quicker than you on foot. It's when you're on a road that you really notice the difference. Eldritch Elk. Wow. There we go. If you do auto run, your horse will follow the road as well, which is quite a nice touch. I think we'll stick to the road. Those ghosts are annoying. I think you can get knocked off your horse, but you have to really try to get knocked off your horse, I think. Particularly if you're on a road. I don't think I've got a high enough skill for these at the moment. Is this fibre wire? Silkweed. Yeah, no, I need to get 100 still. And that's basically what the game's about for me, really. If you like that kind of thing, it's kind of like it's increasing your gathering skills until you can gather the next tier of stuff. using that to make stuff for yourself. And that's it, really. And immersing yourself in the world. German Rage Girl. It's interesting playing now with, I guess they're console players. Like, you really come across some just, I don't know, stupid names, I guess. They get forests really nice in this game, really atmospheric. What is this? Let's ignore that. Stay on track. We want to go there first, just to see what that quest was. Number 3, search Morgenstadt for clues to more treasure. Okay. Morgenstadt. That sounds, is that German or is that Dutch? Not sure. Some lodestone over there. I'm not going to go and chop it. Oh, I've got some. Hey Tim, is that Dutch? Is it nice? Okay, this looks like Morgenstadt. Very eerie. I still can't believe that. On PC they haven't given us the option to make the UI a bit smaller. Like the quest text is just takes. I'm kind of exaggerating it. It's about a quarter of the screen. So what the hell is going on? All things to open. Oh, okay. It's handy. This is a new set of it's good. It's a good time of year to be going through this section. It's very Halloweeny. Read Adalbert's confession. Okay. We'll check the buildings. There are gravestones you can read, but I'm not sure. I guess they're just dedications to people, maybe. Not sure. That's it. Run all over the grave, Bob. Oh, here we go. Nice big chest. Bigger the better. Oh, okay. Blah-de-blah. Okay, we've done that. Now we need to search Sondersbrook Cathedral for abandoned coffins. How far away is that? That's just over here. We'll do this quest and we'll get onto the main quest again. I don't really need to. I kind of maxed out the faction. Might do some PvP faction missions. Actually, I think you get more experience for them. It's stupid. I still can't believe that. As I said before, I know I'm harping on about it, but I can't believe that the game doesn't let they don't let you go into a dungeon solo. So I can't do any of the faction quests because there's no one. It's a kind of a boss, I guess. I wonder if okay, purified sentiment. We'll see what that is. That's alright, hasn't really got the stats on that I want. But we might stick around and kill her again, see if she drops anything else. Not sure if she's a mob worth farming, but that was a 435 item level. Nah, don't really see the need for that one at the moment. I will hoard it though. Okay, dropped another blue. So 350. Okay. 16 con. Okay. Oh, it's got refreshing. Refreshing move. Oh, okay, we'll kill her again. We'll see if she's just got. We'll see what her loot table is essentially. No other reason of the fact that why not? We'll do one more. Can always come back. Not sure if Gorgon is a new raid, but there's quite a lot of plus Gorgons going on during the day. I'm sure. I said earlier it's exactly the same game. It is really from a gameplay loop point of view. I don't know. Maybe at end game they've added a few new raids or something. I'm not sure. I love the green light. Here we go. One more time. That's the same drop, same level. Okay, we'll leave that for now. Yeah, I think it's just people that really, really want other people to come and play the game, to be honest with you, mate, which is fine. But the gameplay loop of you levelling to max level is exactly the same. I mean, as I said, I put over 900 hours in now, and like leveling this character is the loop is exactly the same as it was before. There's some quality of life changes and stuff, like not having to repair your equipment and whatever it may be. But yeah, it's the same game essentially.
What an adorable flute.
Blah blah blah. Oh, we got a new weapon. Oh, a new flail. White Lily. That's a bit of a Nancy name, though, isn't it? Why not White Dragon or something? Anyway, let's carry on with the main quest. Go and see the old fella. See the old bloke. See what he wants us to do next. Also need to work out what town to buy my first house in, and yeah, raise the faction up. I've got some currency, store currency left over from ages ago, but I haven't quite got enough to buy a new mount, so I might check out the mounts at some point. Oh, hello. Is that Jonas's fishing pole that he's dropped? Does that mean he's in some kind of oops, some kind of trouble? Lol. Oh, only level 20. Who's that bloke? Is that yours? Oh, what's going on? Oh, wow. Don't know what happened there. Oh, Jonas. Oops, it's gone. It's the first time I've come to this playthrough where the mobs are higher level than I am.
In my most dire estimations, I could not have imagined how desperate the situation has become. A few years ago, the Great Cleave was quiet, safe. But now, the corrupted appear to have total dominion.
Hey Jake, thanks a lot, mate. Much appreciated.
It means the corrupted have already conquered all the territory from here to the Shattered Mountain. It means we are too late. Any day now, their forces will sweep south and claim the rest of the island. The walls of Calvary are no match for the might of the forces we've just seen. I would suggest we lay claim to this fort, but the place is clearly cursed. If there's a way to remove the curse from the fortress, it might help us defend against the corrupted. But we will also need to recruit an army of new Soul Wardens. Search the fort, and then meet me in Calvary.
Okay, here we go. Oh, it's O'Malley.
Well now, imagine finding the only other sane person on this island, here in this accursed place. I heard this bright visual amassed a fortune before they up and vanished. They left a stain of evil as well. You joking? I already got quite an earful about the curse before I left Calvary. People down there don't like to talk about the bright vigil. But with a couple of coins, I heard what I needed to hear. Ah, if you want to share in the secrets, you'll need to contribute to the cause. You know that. This place makes my skin crawl. If you gather up valuables the vigil stashed here, I'll tell you everything I know.
She's a proper mercenary, old Grace, but I do like that about her, I think. So, is that where I go? Oh no. What is this like a... What is this? Is that done? Why can't I go in and do that? Maybe I can in a minute. Nice and moody. I like the music for this this section as well. Oh, some star metal, star metal over there. Yeah.
Now we're talking. I see you found some shinies. Don't forget, all this is going toward buying a boat to get off this crazy rock.
I was about to say, I don't quite know why we keep buying, why we keep finding treasure and giving it to her.
About this course, though, aren't you?
Course.
Well, the dark truth is those righteous bastards turned on each other. And then, of course, they all fell lost. Mayor Pennyfather in Calvary. He knows more than he lets on. Lean on him a bit.
Right, okay. Did that guy go and get the star medal? Or is it still here? Wait, yeah, it's still there. Some shooting arrows at me. Can we go there? No. Doesn't look like it. Which is somewhat annoying. Sometimes you get little bits where you can get up. Not there though. Yeah, so if you hold block, the game sometimes kind of... Oops. Let's forget that. Oh, hello. It's a cool little location. What did I do? I think I did a quest here actually. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think I. Oh yeah, Chef Corlu. We've done that. We've done that. I'm not sure what anyone else is playing at the moment, but just the actual gaming situation is just shockingly bad. I'm still waiting for Stalker 2, which I think is still due soon, hopefully. But yeah, like in a year where we've had like an open world Star Wars game. Like, I never ever thought that I would not be looking forward to a new Dragon Age game, but what a fucking mess that game looks. Although Dragon Age Inquisition was kind of on its way, wasn't it really? Yeah, it's been a bad year in general. But then, oh, it's difficult. When was the last great year for games, I guess? I mean, I think Cyberpunk was the last AAA game that I played that had any, yeah, that. Right, okay. Oh, it's Galahad.
I saw Jonas in the tavern. He's recruiting new soul wardens and entertaining some dream of claiming Care Done for the army as ever. But I'm glad he's back behind town walls. I'm afraid I haven't been quite so successful. The only thing I've learned is that Umberto hasn't been seen for years. The people of Calvary are strangely quiet when the subject of the Bright Vigil comes up. I did speak with the mayor. A bit nervous, that one. Are you suggesting he's hiding something from me?
Let's go and find out. Oh. I should probably just...
Oh dear. Well, let me welcome you to the Vigil's Rest, where we guarantee our guests will rest.
Let's log in at the inn, go and see what Pennyfather's got to. No, no way. No, he's a bloke. He's an actual bloke who's in charge. No, I don't believe it. He's got to be a baddie.
God's ears. Tell me you're not here to talk about missing priests, cursed forts, or the damned Bright Vigil. Will you people never stop? Why can't I get any... Preposterous! I've nothing to hide. I just don't recall all the gory details. I was busy building this town when the... Besides, dredging up such dark affairs serves no purpose. Nonsense! The Lost Plague began before the Vigil. But fine, if you leave me alone, I'll tell you. Visit...
Oh, we have been there. Okay. That was a different quest, I guess. Let's go back there again, shall we? Many games don't reward exploration, particularly unless you've already kind of leveled through and done all the missions and side quests, because quite often you just end up going back to places you've already been to explore. I can't remember what game I was playing recently, but I found that like I was running around exploring, and then quests would just keep sending me to those places anyway. So we're moving soon. I don't think I've actually said we downsized when our boys moved out, but we're kind of upsizing a bit again for similar family reasons, really. Like my mum and her partner are older and not well, and when they come to stay with us, it can be a bit of a squeeze where we are, and we kind of want a garden again, really, as well. So, oh, there's a sharp turning circle there for that wolf. That was just a terrible shot. Quite a lot of tracking and skinning skill there for those. I might go and farm those wolves at Great Cleave at some point. They're So what are we looking for? Search for clues at the centre. Okay. Ooh. Oh, it's the tombstones that we read earlier. And the finishing skill for a rapier does extra damage if you're for however many dots your opponent, the enemy's got on it. But I'm not sure if it's dots from other weapons as well. I think it might be. Okay. Search homes. Sorry, Mr. Piggy. They've got this thing now where your secondary weapon, or the weapon you don't use to engage the mob with, gets a small amount of XP. So it's kind of always slowly leveling. So rapier got 3 XP there. It's going to take bloody ages at some point. What you used to do is you could do some damage with one weapon, then flip to the other and do some damage with the other weapon. It kind of split it, but it doesn't seem to. It doesn't seem to do that anymore. Oh, where am I going? Ooh, go up on the roof. Ah, those wolves. A wolf totem. Fair enough. Did I see a mob up here? Named mob or something? Or was it my imagination? There's a chest though. Oh, I didn't skin the wolf. What the hell? I'm not sure I mentioned it earlier, but I'm sure I've mentioned it before. Is that the gameplay loop as well in this game? It feels so natural. In the some of the gathering skills, for example, can take a while to level up, but everything is kind of done during the loop. So you're always going past things that your gameplay loop is always manoeuvring you past things to gather or to collect or whatever it may be. It's just such a natural gameplay experience. Yeah, I'd love more games to be like this, even single player games. I used to just travel from one side of the map to the other and around, and you just level skills, things go up. There's so many things to do. Oh, we've got some offer mementos at the proper gravestones. Okay. With her beauty, so we should. A mirror? Maybe the mirror's not a good idea. Maybe she doesn't want to look at herself anymore. Well, that's got to be a lucky charm, isn't it, I guess? Okay. I guess that was right. This Umberto dude is some cleric who's working with Galahad.
By decree of the Grand Vigilant Umberto, the following families will be relocated from the town to be sheltered in Sonnesbrook Cathedral.
Okay, bloody bloody blah.
Wallace, Van Hossem, De Goya, Fujiwara, Kao, Kazakov, Khalid, De Soto.
Okay, so we are going. Can we climb over here? Nope. I'm not sure if this is an like a revamped thing, but it feels much quicker to get weapons to level 10 to 12, and it kind of slows down a bit. I've also included swimming, which I guess is an upgrade.
Moira, tell the families there's no time to collect valuables, that they can return for those later.
Oh dear, that was a terrible
Once
shot.
they get to the cathedral, administer the draft, and then commit their poor sleeping souls to the earth. Let us pray this will prevent their dour dispositions from infecting the rest of the nation. Umberto. P.S. Don't worry about Penny, Father. I've informed him of the consequences of interfering.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like someone was already killed. Oh, she actually did drop something different. It's all 350 max apart from that one item that was 435 that she dropped. Okay. Return to Calvary and confront Pennyfather. Of course, he had to be a bad guy, didn't he? Of course he did. They can't just portray a bloke in the game. He's just a normal bloke without some kind of evil intent. It's so fucking tedious. I think the stags give quite a nice amount of gathering skill. Ooh, yeah, I need to be farming those dudes. I need to make some star metal tools though. I was going to do that, but I need to grind out one of the skills first. Yeah, so if nothing else, I would say that's quite a nice. Ooh, look at that. That's lovely. If nothing else, it's quite a nice game to play during Halloween, particularly going through these zones here. Nice. It's interesting with this MMO and other MMOs as well. Like when you kind of look at the player numbers and stuff, that it's kind of been from a bit after launch until now, been very low, I would say, for a quadruple A like Amazon MMO. And I'm also interested in the finances of these things. You have to imagine that the game's only carried on going because it's Amazon. Like, if it was a company that needed to make money from the MMO, you just kind of think that it probably wouldn't have made it this far. Oh, I've got some. You got these things as well. Not sure if we had these before, but you can kind of use these to gain some experience. They're like little drops and things you get. I've been using them anyway. At some point, I'll probably find out that I should have saved them for some reason. But I'm trying to get to 100 so I can. Is it 100 to craft the star metal tools? I think. Yeah, 100. It won't take long to do that. Right, let's go and confront Tunstall.
I see that look in your eye. Whatever you found up there, I had nothing to do with it. The
Sneer,
atrocities
sneer.
Umberto and the vigilance committed against those poor, innocent families. It's simply Yes, I knew what they planned, but if I spoke out, Umberto said he'd... Every day I live with the shame of my silence. And in the time since, I promise, I've done all I can to... I recruited a specialist. Master Alchemist,
Sun Fuchun
from Ebonscale Reach. You should speak to her.
Oh, of course. She'll solve the problem. That's a rather dandy looking feather there you got in your cap, sir.
Greetings, young warden. I understand you left town after speaking with Pennyfather. I must ask, what did you learn? Is it true that the Vigil resorted to dark methods of battling the lost menace?
Galahad sounds like he's on the verge of tears with every word he says. Buck up, man. What's wrong with you?
I cannot imagine Umberto committing such atrocities. And I am as unpleasant as it may be. I must speak to Pennyfather and hear the truth of this firsthand. I will go and speak to the mayor myself. In the meantime, did Pennyfather give you any leads to follow? Someone who... Very well. Then I will leave you...
Very well.
Learn more about Umberto's fall.
Oh, whatever, mate. I'm sick of you now. Man up. Jesus. What do we get if we don't need both of those, do we? Are they exactly the same? Yep. Okay. Let's move on with this quest. Should definitely be able to shoot NPCs.
The mayor sent you to nag me about his invitation to tea. Please give him my regrets. I don't have the interest or the time for social engagements, especially when he told you. Well then, a secret no more. Despite Pennyfather's hopes, restoring the entire forest is impossible, but that fort on the hill? Believe it or not, I could cure that place. But only if I had help getting proof the Vigil's leaders paid for their crimes. See now, patience is rewarded. The luck.
Okay. Okay, so we are now going to I've kind of done all the side quests before. I don't really think there's any need to do them again. Oh, there's a wolf for a side quest. We'll definitely talk to the boulder. Oh, it's her again. Oh, all right. Go on, Bennett. It's that Indiana Jones scene. Sorry, Mr. Cow. Hide and meat. He's in there. Search the cemetery. Is this it here? Dodged. Ooh, shadow fur. Nice. I really should be using the blunderbuss, really, up close. There used to be certain things years ago, like a particular lodestone that was really expensive. But it's quite a rare drop. I can't remember what it was called. Where am I? Oh, that's both quests are over there. Oh, okay, fair enough. I haven't even thought about leveling fishing again. I remember when I maxed out fishing on one of my characters. Whoa, it took ages. Might have to use some XP buffs for that if I do it. It's a nice experience though, it's quite a good fishing game. But yeah, it's a grind. But again, you do get kind of that dopamine hit of rare fish and what have you. Okay, burn the bright vigils, unused caskets, cleanse darkness of Bligedeg. Fair enough. Spear action for here, I think. Let's go and... It's funny, I was thinking yesterday how you... are we actually going to get any damage? Yeah. It's funny how... I mean, obviously these games are sort of kind of designed around it, so it's not a problem. But it's funny how you like your... I still find myself, even though I did it then... I still find myself getting annoyed by the etiquette. Like you're somewhere just killing a mob and some high level bloke just comes along and just one shots it and stuff. And you still get credit for it because that's where, if you hit it, because that's where how the game's designed. But it does kind of, you do find yourself playing in a different way to what you're used to playing. Which feels a bit more ruder than... Word of age. I get a few words. Oh. Interesting. Okay, I haven't been really following the quest because I just can't be asked. But that Aethelwyn was some dude S we were helping. I don't know if she's been dead all along or something, or maybe, I don't know. Who knows? Although the combat becomes chronically repetitive, and it's quite basic as MMOs go. I like the spear and the rapier because it kind of feels a bit. They're quite nice to use. It feels like you're going for a little dance. Did that bloke? Did the captain drop anything? I can't remember. I don't know if it was worth farming or not. Maybe not. Get a lot of weapon mastery for it though. I almost missed these chests. That would have been a... I haven't eaten any food for ages either. Oh, wow.
Cora, whatever Umberto says, you mustn't believe him. Something in the Grand Vigilant changed after I expressed doubts about Sonsbrook. He's been paranoid, keeping secrets. There's something about making a heart gem to protect himself.
Poor
Like those
Alberto,
mad
another bad
soul
guy.
demons. I fear he's trying to turn us against each other. If we don't stay united, I worry we'll both end up like the others.
Yeah, get some funny comments in the chat sometimes. Like yesterday, someone said, "Are there any French speakers here?" Like in English. Why would you put it in French?
You. Sorry, I didn't meet you like I said I would. I promise I didn't forget. I've just been. It's not in. What? Then you must have gone to. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I owe you an explanation and an awful lot of gratitude.
Wow,
I'm sure
mood
you've
just changed
realized
completely.
the truth by now, but I'm no treasure hunter. It's no different from any other sorry tale of Brightwood. My mother succumbed to despair first, and then the vigil put my father under guard. By the end, thanks to Balder, he chewed through the ropes the same night. It took me years to work up the courage to come back. The basket, you mean you'll keep helping me? I suppose.
Of course I will. Right, where are we going to go? Oh, hello. Hello. Free. What have we got? I like this skill, so I'll probably work towards that to replace a skill from the other tree. Sweep. I don't know. That one, I suppose. I hate going past stuff I can't gather. I need to farm. I need to grind my gathering skills so they're all at least a level where I can get not the highest tier, then the one under the highest. I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of event this year, some sort of Halloween event. I can't remember what the Halloween event normally is. I know you get like a giant turkey event. I think the Halloween event might be... I think I did it once where you get like a massive storage chest. It looks like a scary Dracula chest type thing.
Fortuitous timing, my friend. You catch me on the verge of travelling into Weaver's Fen to inquire about Umberto. Pennyfather was adamant that I'd find answers there. Of course, with so many leads, I will not dally in the Fen. I will gather what information I can and then rejoin you.
Okay, buddy. I think we'll teleport to where we need to go. Oh. I think you can store more Azoth now. It still charges you for travelling, although sometimes it doesn't charge you for travelling. I'm not quite sure. Maybe if you travel from a town somewhere, it's free. So let's go and check out. Oh, there she is. Just waiting for us to do the quest, I guess. It's a shame that everything's balanced around PvP. I'd love to see a nice like animal taming. There's a lot of animals in the game. I'd love to see like a nice animal taming class where you get a pet and stuff and whatnot. That'd be cool. Get some stuff for grinding our food later. Defeat Lost and look for any signs of Waterwick. What have I got? Yeah. It feels as though until much later in the game, like towards end game, that the best equipment you can get is from the faction vendors. Even like farming stuff of your level, as I did for a couple of named mobs, it still doesn't seem as good as the. What am I looking for? Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of like a. Oh, I found a shield. It's kind of like a dance with the spear and the more than the rapier. I forgot to get. I actually most of the time forget to actually use the horse. It's just okay, so natural, just running around. I think.
That's Roderick's shield. Then At least I can hope that he left the vigil behind. There is one last thing. My sister Emmeline's nephew,
Bloody hell.
Mr. Havelock took it. He always was a greedy bastard.
Oh, he was. What a bad man.
And
Whatever.
Ah, you got the bright sigils? Amazing. I can't express how good it feels to have an ally in this effort. Removing the curse from Kaya.
Hey, mate. Yeah, you go through a quest that kind of tries to give you a lore reason as to why there are now mounts. I didn't really take much notice of it, to be honest with you. I think I must have the expansion. I don't remember what the expansion, the Angry Earth expansion, is it? Oh, it's Elysian Wilds, is it? I think. Is it expansion? I think I've got the expansion. I'm not sure. I've got a mount. I'm not sure if that means that I've got the expansion. I've got the thingy one, Brimstone Sands. I didn't like Brimstone Sands. I found the. I'll go. Maybe I'll actually ignore it actually and go there first. Yeah, I kind of found the whole zone a bit boring to explore. It wasn't as fun as the rest of the game. That's just me though. But I do, yeah, the quest did seem to try to explain to me about the lore as to why there are now mounts. As I was saying earlier, they don't really fit into the game, like because, well, the way I play the game, there's like a massive gameplay loop. That's what the whole game is. It doesn't lend itself to, you have to keep, if you want to open a chest or you want to farm something or you want to mine something or whatever. Yeah, you have to keep getting off the horse. So I must confess I kind of keep forgetting about it. Hey Don, how you doing? Yeah, I'm fine, thanks mate. You? Hey Fabian. Yeah, it's yeah, I've every now and again I start a new character and I level it through to end game, and then like most people kind of drift away because there's not a huge amount to do at end game. Obtain the vessel used by the, I think, okay, I remember this quest. I've never been to the Elysian Wilds expansion. I went through Brimstone, so that would be interesting, I guess, to do the quest through there or whatever. Oh yeah, go on then. People like coming from old school MMOs, like if someone engages something, then generally I just ignore it because that's just what I'm used to doing. Sometimes I wonder if people, like that guy, pulled a couple of mobs because he thought I was going to help him, but I'm not a fan of bypass, flyby kind of. Of flyby fighting mobs that other people are fighting. But I guess that's just because it was good etiquette in the old days to leave them alone, essentially. Oh, will do, mate. You know what? I saw your message the other day, but we're moving house at the moment, so we're moving at some point soon. So things have been a bit hectic. But yes, what I want to do is look at. They said some stuff about, because unfortunately, it looked like it was going to be another case of Helldivers 2, where the developers watch YouTube and then just nerf everything, which is ridiculous in a Space Marine game. I mean, for the average player, I'm pretty sure that they were struggling to fill that Space Marine power fantasy anyway, and then they decide to nerf everything. Just because little Johnny can solo everything on the highest difficulty, then everyone else got to suffer. But I kind of seem to remember seeing a post from them in Discord saying that they're gonna look at it maybe. I just can't understand it. I can't understand why you keep nerfing everything. Every game does it. It's habit. Yeah, I used to quite enjoy the chest runs in Shattered Mountains and stuff. That was always pretty cool. What am I doing here? Defeat Balanos. I did that, did I? I just defeated Balanos, didn't I? Did he drop some? Oh well. I'll pick up the quest item, Bob, for God's sake. I don't understand it, mate. I don't understand it. I don't understand why you create a game around Space Marines. The thing is that the power fantasy is not that big anyway. Like, when I was playing it, I understand it. You need to make it challenging in some way, but like when I was playing, when I played through the campaign up to. I think I can finish the campaign. I think I finished the campaign on the second from the hardest difficulty, but the hardest difficulty is just like stupid with bots because the bots are so thick. And I was leveling up a sniper and a couple of other classes during doing the thingy missions and stuff. And the power fantasy is not massive anyway for a Space Marine. Like it's easy to get killed by a few little dudes. So then they go and nerf stuff. I just don't get it. So now we need to go to the Azov tree. It's miles away, isn't it? No, it's not that far. I'm not sure if I used to get in the crap groups, but I never ever got any loot from the bosses that the train killed. My groups didn't do enough damage. I think I was the only one that ever did any damage. Yeah, it is. I mean, like, it had a massive impact on Helldivers 2. There's a big thing at the moment about developers and developers not understanding gamers at all, and I do agree with that in all aspects. But I think what's not talked about a lot, I think, is who developers think are playing Space Marine 2. Yeah, of course you get some dudes like Takeo on YouTube, whatever his name is, who can solo all the difficulties of all the classes, and he does stuff to make it even harder for himself because he's just a good player. But the average Space Marine 2 player is going to be some dad who's not going to be able to do that, and so when you nerf stuff, it always it's the same with MMOs. Whenever you nerf something, it always impacts the average player, and the average player is just some bloke probably who comes home from work, and has got a couple of hours a night to play. They just don't seem to understand it at all. They watch YouTube and they go, "Oh my god, this bloke is soloing this, so we need to nerf everything." It's just rubbish. Well, that was very dramatic, wasn't it? Oh, you got banned for gold selling, did you, mate? Yeah, I'm kind of, with all games, I'm not as good as playing them as I used to be, but I'm kind of competitive. So, like Space Marine 2, like I did the campaign on the second hardest difficulty. I probably could have done it on the hardest one, but it would have been as old Henry Cavill said, it just would have been a lesson in frustration because the bots are just chronically bad. And I was leveling up a like sniper and kind of going through the levels and stuff. So, oh hello. I think it's what Asmongold said about WoW. You know, like developers need to stop designing games around the 0.1% because that is the minority. You know. The other thing about the game as well, because of the weapon system and the PvP balancing and stuff, is that like the mob's weapons and abilities, I always wish that I had those because they're always just so much more interesting than the stuff that that we've actually got. The weapons we've actually got. What was that? I got some. Oh, creeping fog. Oh, a rare void gauntlet. There you go. Did I get some? I've got a rapier. A rapier level 15. What am I trying to get to? I've got no idea anymore. Critical strikes reduce all cooldowns by 5%. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe that one. I probably need to go down here to increase my bleeds and stuff, but. Yeah, I played from the first day. When you had a massive opening, it fell off so dramatically though. Even now, I think with the re-release, you know, there's more people playing, but it's not. I'm not sure if it's met their expectations or not. Where am I going? No, we're not going over there. Okay. So we've got a quest to go into an elite section. Maybe we'll go and do that. Liven things up a bit. Oh, where's the teleporter? Let's ride this bloody mountain. When I was playing Helldivers 2, I used to watch Takibo, I think his name is, who's really good at it, who does solos or everything essentially. And I watched him and I could never work out what I was doing because like I would be playing on, I did alright, like a solo on Helldivers 2 I soloed up to, which I think at that point, I think they've added another difficulty since then, but I think at that point it was like, oh, where's the teleporter? Is it underneath? Oh my god. Yeah, I did all right. I signed up to level 8 or whatever it was, I think, and I could kind of sometimes extract. and it was fine, and I really enjoyed it. But as soon as they started mucking around with things and just made everything much harder, it was a okie dokie, mate. See you later. Yeah, I mean, other than the terrible writing and stuff, like the game has got a lot going for it. I enjoy playing for it every now and again, but then I kind of put it down and leave it for a while. I enjoy the leveling process and the gathering and the crafting more than the actual end game stuff. I used to enjoy the chest runs, as I said. I don't know if they do chest runs anymore, though, do they? Because like I haven't. Oh, plus chest run. There you go. Just I was about to say I haven't seen many people asking about chest runs. Someone mentions a chest run. I think the issue was that I don't think the game supported too many players. I think that was also an issue. You know, like I don't understand why. Let's be honest, right? Economies in MMOs are generally rubbish. They never work. I don't know why people worry about economies and stuff. And if there's too many players on a server, you can't gather or craft anything, particularly like the high tier stuff. So to me, it just became a lesson in frustration.
There is something different about you. Don't worry, I won't pry. All that remains is some token to prove the Grand Vigilant has also answered for his crime. I will go on to Kaya Dun.
Yeah, so like, I mean, when the game was PvP only, back in testing, I can understand like, I can understand you competing with other players for like Orichalcum nodes or whatever, but having to compete for them when most people are PvE is just tedious. It's just boring. You know, they should have just instanced all the nodes, like they instanced quest pickups and stuff. So you've got your own individual ones to collect, and you have to wait for those to spawn.
Well, partnering with her. My tidings are less inspiring. No sign of Grand Vigilant Umberto after all we've learned. I presumed Umberto. I confronted him myself, and to my horror, his humanity did he. I will refrain from comment. If the heart gem protects him, the wretch has been hiding out all this right.
Okay, blah de blah. I think what happens is, I think the reason the game slows down, particularly at high levels, is because things are just like gated. Like as I was saying earlier on in the video, like yesterday I wanted to do some faction quests that were in a dungeon. I couldn't go and do them because I couldn't find a group. So it's just an absolute waste of content. I mean, why in an MMO you can't go into a dungeon solo? I mean, you've been able to go into dungeons solo since MMOs came out. So why these guys decided to stop you from going in a dungeon unless you're in a group is just ridiculous, because if there's no one available, then that means there was no one available to do the dungeon, there was no one doing it, so I couldn't go in the dungeon. Stupid idea. Terrible game design, which just like cock blocks you really from doing stuff. Just don't get it. And cooldowns and timers and stuff, you know, on items at end game and all that kind of thing, I just can't be doing with it. I'll come back here. Right, where do we need to go? Over here. Okay, here we go again. Oh, this is where Umberto is, isn't it? I saw him earlier, but I couldn't get into the location to fight him or talk to him, I guess. Maybe I can do that now. Don't know. Oh, I need keys for the doors. There we go. I think what you're saying about progress, I think progress seems one of the things that seem a bit different to the original game. One of the few things kind of is the progress, like weapon, up until about level 11 or 12, weapon leveling seems quicker. You know, you can definitely get to max level quicker as well, 65. than you used to be able to. Right, okay. Unlock Sanctum Gate and enter the Sanctum. Will do. Is that here? Oh, here we go. We're in. Chests are open. Do we get to talk to you? Not really. I like his robe.
The righteous will always return.
Sorry about that, Umberto. I mean, I would have liked you to have won myself, mate. But there you go. Job done. Oops. Well, I might do it next time. I think it's on a different account, I think. Because I've got a couple of accounts. I think at some point I was thinking about like dual boxing or something. I'm not sure. I can't remember if you're allowed to or not, but I didn't in the end. So this is kind of like a second. I thought this might even be one. This account might even be one of my son's accounts that I took over or something. Can't remember. Where is that? It's up there. Let's go and turn this quest in. Remember to get my horse this time. Oh. Hey. Can't summon in midair.
It is done, then. The tragic tale of the once brave brother Umberto Fine. I am grateful to you, my friend, for helping me atone for my part in all this. You are kind to say so. And indeed, we must look forward, never back. Speaking of which, I gather you and Ionas now seek to remove the curse on Care Done and claim it for the Soul Warden. I must apologize. I judged the Wardens, and you've proven the Order is honorable and strong. With the corrupted returning, I will return to Calvary and seek other ways. Like perhaps Pennyfather will have grown a spine. I'm not sure I have it in me to face the Crimson Menace once more. This business with Umberto has left me feeling my true age. I will have to consider the offer carefully.
He's a proper emo, isn't he? Old Galahad. Jesus Christ. I was hoping that Galahad uses a two-handed sword, so I was hoping that maybe he might have a great sword quest reward. Instead he gave us a sword and shield. Yeah, I must confess I much prefer running around on foot, to be honest, even with the horses. It's just like the gameplay loop, as I said before, the gameplay loop feels built around not running around on a horse, because you have to keep getting off to gather stuff if you like gathering and that kind of thing. So like running and gathering is kind of my preferred. I start with my little eye. Boom. Well, I'm going to call it a day. I need to go and find myself some luncheon and do whatever. Thanks for watching, everyone. I will be back streaming again when... Yeah, what day is it today? Tuesday? Yeah, I might try and get another stream in this week. You know, as I said in the previous videos, as far as like content on the channel goes, I don't know. I don't really have... I've been trying to get myself back into EverQuest to start working on my warrior again. So when I've got something new to show there, then I might do some content. But yeah, I must find it. I must confess, I find it very difficult to motivate myself to do anything at the moment. Maybe when a good new MMO comes out and we've got something to talk about, it might be a good idea.